The Cynic Testament by Antoine de la Salle, born 1398, died 1470. Now listen, if you please, to a thing that happened the other day to a simple village priest, who, by his simplicity, was immersed by the bishop in the sum of 50 good golden crowns. The good priest had a dog he had brought up from puppyhood, and that surpassed all the dogs of the parish in fetching sticks thrown in the water, or bringing back the hat his master forgot or purposefully left behind in any place. In short, all that was a good and wise dog ought to know and do, he was a champion at. And for this reason his master loved him so much that he was quite besotted about his dog. But it happened, I know not by what mischance, whether he got too hot or too cold or ate something that hurt him, that the dog became very ill and died, and so went straight from this world to the paradise that good dogs go to. But what did the good priest do? Just below his presbytery was the parish graveyard, and when he saw his dog had passed away from this world, he thought that such a good and wise beast had the right to a proper burial. So he dug a grave just outside his door, and there he buried him like a Christian. I do not know if he erected a marble stone above the grave and engraved an epitaph upon it, so I will keep silent about this part of the affair. But it was not long before the death of the worthy dog was known to the village of the neighbouring parishes, and spread from there to the ears of the bishop, together with the rumour about the Christian burial that his master had given him. So the bishop summoned the priest to appear before him. "Alas," said the priest to the lawyer who brought the summons, "what have I done, that I should be brought up before the bishop's court? I am amazed by the summons, and cannot guess what I have done wrong." "As for myself," said the bishop's man, "I cannot tell what they want you for, unless it is that you have buried your dog in holy ground, in which the bodies of Christians are placed." "Ha!" thought the priest. So that is it. And for the first time it came into his head that he might have gone a little too far, and he thought to himself that he would have to prepare for the worst, for his bishop was the most covetous in the kingdom, and the people around the bishop knew how to bring grist to the mill by ways God could only discern, and the priest knew that if he were condemned to prison he would be very heavily fined. "Since I must lose my money," he said, "it is best to get it over." So he answered the summons and went straight to the bishop, who preached at him a long sermon about the burial of the good dog, and it seemed to hear him that the priest would have committed a lighter sin if he had denied God. And when the sermon was ended, he ordered the criminal to be thrown into prison. When the priest saw that they wanted to shut him up in the stone box, he was more terrified than a duckling, and he begged his lordship the bishop first to hear what he had to say, and his request was granted. And you must know that at this trial there was a swarm of folks of many sorts, such as the official, the promoters, the scribe, notaries, barristers, procurers, and several others, all of whom rejoiced together over the case of the good priest who had buried his dog in holy ground. By way of defence, the priest spoke but a few words. "Truly, my bishop, if you had known as much as I do of my good dog, you would not be amazed at the burial I gave him, for his equal was never to be found, and never will be." Then he began to praise his dog. "And just as he was most wise in his lifetime, so more so in his death, for he made and executed an excellent testament, and knowing your necessity and your poverty, he bequeathed you 50 gold crowns, which I now bring you." And drawing the money from his purse, he counted it out to the bishop. His lordship gladly received the legacy, and then praised and approved the good sense of the worthy dog, and the testament he had made, and the burial that had been given to him.